everybody, Chrysalis Sun here with BeTheVibe.com, and we are back for another Crystals for the Zodiac. And of course, I'm recording in my beautiful herb house. It's coming to be my favorite place to record. And it's a beautiful day. I'm completely enjoying this beautiful summer day. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, the sun is out, and I am just, energized, and I'm excited to bring this week's Crystals for the Zodiac. So who are we talking to? This week is about the Seductive Scorpio. So, Scorpios, y'all know what that's about. And anybody who has been around a Scorpio or knows Scorpios knows what that's about. Because you guys are very seductive, very, mysterious air about you, very, people are drawn to you, a lot of magnetism in your zodiac, and so it's just that seduction, right? Scorpios are born between October 23rd to November 22nd. You guys are classified as a fixed sign. You are masculine in nature. You are represented by the Scorpion, and you are ruled by the planet Pluto. And so your zodiac is really all about death and rebirth, transformation, constant changes, constant transformation, constant death and rebirth. So that plays out a lot in your interactions with people, in your relationships, and just with your own personal journey. Scorpios have a lot of great attributes. So first and foremost, you guys are very loyal, very good friends. You value your friendships very highly. You're very loyal in your relationships, your intimate relationships as well. You guys are good-natured and pretty calm, even though a lot of that calmness sometimes is like surface, a lot of times beneath that there's a little bit more going on, especially when it comes to your emotions. But for the most part, you guys are pretty calm, good-natured, fun to be around. You guys are secretive, which is a good thing, you pretty much keep your business to yourself. Scorpios are very determined, extremely determined, which makes them very effective in business. Especially for those who, start their own business or who are entrepreneurs. Scorpios are very decisive. So, there's no wavering very much when it comes to making a decision. You guys are very quick to come to decisions, and then very quick to execute those, the actions behind those decisions. Scorpios are very ambitious, very focused, extremely disciplined. You guys are magnetic, like I said earlier, which ties into that seductive energy that you guys exude. You guys are very kind and extremely faithful, which is interesting because, even though you guys are known for being extremely passionate and sexual in nature, you guys pretty much are prone to monogamy. I don't really know of too many Scorpios that cheat or, entertain more than one partner, even in dating. Typically, if you guys date for a certain length of time, and you guys are ready to lock that other person down. So that goes into you guys just being extremely faithful, not only in your intimate relationships, with your friendships as well. So Scorpio challenges. First and foremost, you guys are distrusting. You guys are very suspicious of other people. You tend to question people's motives a lot. You guys are jealous and extremely stubborn, and the stubbornness comes from you guys being a fixed sign. You're the fixed of the water signs, and even with that jealousy, it transitions, and typically if it goes into an extreme, it will transition into another trait you guys are known for, which is being very vengeful. A lot of times the joke is, don't ever piss off a Scorpio, because as good-natured as you guys are, when you get to that point of anger, the means in which you guys, get people back knows no bounds. So you always need to tread very lightly when dealing with the Scorpio, and you don't ever want to cross a Scorpio, because you guys' vengeance is like off the charts on a scale of 1 to 10. And you guys can be manipulative, and that's just the other aspect of the magnetism. So even though you guys are seductive and you have the power to draw people in, draw people towards you, if there's an imbalance in your own nature, a lot of times you guys can turn that and use that in a way that's manipulative, and that interferes with other people's free will. When I recommend crystals for Scorpios, I tend to focus on two areas. The first area is the sexual energies. So a lot of times you guys need crystals that are going to focus and channel that sexual energy in a way that's constructive. You know, it's not necessary for you guys to ignore your sexual energy or be ashamed of it, or feel like there's something wrong with you, because there's a purpose for it, you know. But it's extremely important for you guys to be able to channel it in a way that's healthy and that is you know, fits your, or supports your best and highest good. So there's that. The other crystals that I tend to recommend for you guys are crystals that will allow you to feel at ease in your environment, because, you know, your other biggest challenge is that distrust of others, which can, you know, often come across as being cold. And it makes it difficult for those who want to connect with you to really be able to fully connect with you. Now, you know, I'm not saying that you should necessarily allow everybody into your environment, because you guys aren't for that either. You know, you like a very small circle. You like to keep, you know, just a very, very small amount of people around you. However, when it comes to business opportunities, you know, collaborations, partnerships, projects, team stuff, it's really important for you guys to be able to allow yourselves to be in a space of being open, you know. So those are the two types of crystals, you know, recommendations that I have for you guys. Getting back to the sexual energy, as a holistic health and crystal medicine practitioner, it's been my observation that it's very important for Scorpios to stay away from crystals that overactivate the sacral, the second chakra. So from what I've observed, carnelian doesn't do well for you guys, pyrite doesn't do well for you guys, and garnet doesn't do well for you guys. And the reason being is because, like I said, you guys already have that overabundance of the second chakra energy, and you guys' sign is prone to reproductive challenges. So Scorpio women tend to have challenges with either infertility, or, you know, cyst fibroids, pains in the womb area, a lot of times, you know, imbalanced menstrual cycles, or too low libido. And same thing for men. You know, Scorpio men, you know, you guys tend to have, you know, challenges with prostate, you know, challenges, you know, getting an erection, maintaining an erection, you know, low libido, all of that. So, you know, when you are using the crystals, just kind of be mindful of the ones that are for the second chakra, and specifically, you know, the ones that are red, you know, red or orange. So what are the crystals that work for you guys? The first one actually is one that you guys are naturally drawn to, which is Tiger's Eye. Tiger's Eye is tied to the sun. It is a fire and earth element stone, and it supports the sacral as well as the solar plexus. Tiger's Eye is going to focus the mind. It's going to bring mental clarity. It's going to relieve, you know, any type of anxiety, and it's going to balance the mood swings. You know, because like I said before, you know, Scorpios, you guys are known, even though you're calm on the exterior, you have a lot of rolling emotions underneath, and if those emotions aren't balanced, you know, you can feel slighted to the point of, you know, like I said, vengeance. So it's very necessary just to make sure that your emotions, you know, stay just as calm underneath the surface as it appears to be on the surface. So Tiger's Eye is definitely going to do that. Tiger's Eye is going to treat any disorders of the eyes and the throat, and it's also going to treat any disorders connected to the reproductive system. So, you know, Tiger's Eye is great for Scorpio men and women in that regard. But just a word of caution, Tiger's Eye is a masculine stone, and Scorpios, you guys are a masculine sign. So you kind of want to be careful with, especially Scorpio women, you also want to be careful with using Tiger's Eye. The next crystal is another one you guys are attracted to, and that also responds really well to you guys, and it's Citrine. So Citrine is in the quartz family. It is an air element stone. It's connected to the planet Jupiter. It also supports the sacral and the solar plexus. Citrine is an energizer. It amplifies, you know, energy. It's gonna, you know, give you motivation. It's gonna clear your aura. It brings wealth, you know, so a lot of Scorpios, you know, tend to like it for that reason. It opens intuition and it balances emotions. So, you know, you guys are noticing a theme with the crystals in that regard. Citrine reverses degenerative diseases, it purifies the blood, and it neutralizes kidney and bladder infections. Another really great crystal for you guys is pink tourmaline. And it's funny because as much as I love pink tourmaline, I personally don't work with it very often. But the vibration from pink tourmaline is amazing. So pink tourmaline is also known as rubellite. So if you see rubellite, just know that it's the same thing. You know, it's another name for pink tourmaline. It is classified as a silicate, and it has a trigonal crystal pattern. Pink tourmaline activates the root and the heart chakra, and it is an earth element crystal. Now, the reason why I recommend pink tourmaline for Scorpios is that it supports the reproductive system. You know, so again, that goes back to what I mentioned before, you know, as far as you guys' biggest challenges being in that area. So if you experience any of these, you know, types of issues, then definitely, you know, pink tourmaline is the go-to in order to assist you with those challenges. The last crystal that I have for you all is brown opal. So brown opal is a water element crystal, and it is an amplifier. So I just want to put out a disclaimer because, you know, opal is going to pretty much amplify whatever energy that you're in. So I really only recommend it for those who have a type of practice, like maybe meditation or some type of regular self-care practice, or, you know, any type of thing that's going to kind of bring you into balance. You want to make sure you have that in focus and in place before you really mess with opal. However, the reason why I recommend brown opal for Scorpios is that it relieves any tension in the reproductive area. So what it does is it releases any blockages that you have in your sacral. And, you know, what I've noticed in my practice is that Scorpios, if they're not overly sexual, they're undersexual. And, you know, there's a certain rigidity or frigidness in their sexual energy in their second chakra. So and what that ends up doing is it ends up, you know, stifling their creativity, their ability to manifest, you know, their overall motivation. It also interferes with their ability to attract or magnetize people and opportunities towards them. So, you know, if that is the case with you, then brown opal is where you want to go. So that concludes this week's crystals for the zodiac. I hope that you guys enjoyed this week's video. I hope that it has benefited you. I truly enjoy doing these videos. So that's it. Announcements. I have a meditation retreat coming up in October. It's a weekend meditation retreat. For any information about that, you guys can check out the website. It's called Release, a Meditation Retreat for Beginners. In the meantime, I am publishing a book. It will be releasing September 1st of 2017. The title of the book is called The Complete Guide to Crystal Medicine. So I'm putting all this information, all this knowledge, all this experience down in the book for you all. Pre-sales are up. You can go to the website. You can pre-order the book, which I suggest because once it drops, it's going to go up in price. And that's it. You know, any questions, reach out to me. You know, I've been getting wonderful emails. You know, people hitting me up on Facebook, Instagram. So keep it coming. And the next video is going to be about the Sagittarius. So, peace.